Today, we are talking filters. Let's get started. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since my last video. I think that Comet Neowise was my last video, and which I actually sold a lot of prints from that picture, and I'm super thankful for that. And I've also been just super busy with the woodworking side of my business. That's rolling pretty good. And you may also notice we're in a different setup here. Well, I'm in the process of moving my office / YouTube studio down to the basement. This just made a lot of sense for a lot of different reasons. Where I was set up upstairs, it was just right in the middle of our living area. It was really just, I was distracted all the time. I couldn't get a lot done. I'm hoping now that I'm moving down here, I'm gonna be uploading a lot more frequently because I can shoot videos at any time of the day. Up there, I was kind of relied on natural lighting as well. So that's kind of a pro and con of down here. It's all unnatural lighting, but the pro to that is I can shoot any time of day. Also, one more thing before we get started is, since my last video, we've hit 5,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough, so that's kind of a little bit of a milestone. Super happy about that. Thank you so much for subscribing. You keep me going, so with that said, definitely leave a comment on some video suggestions and I'll definitely read them and take them into consideration. But alrighty, with all that said, let's jump into this. So, question I get asked a lot on my Instagram DM is what kind of filters I use. And I'm not talking about the filters like the presets from Instagram. I'm talking about physical filters you screw on your camera lens to change the look of your photos. Over the years, I've just kind of gotten a few different brands of filters, but I am going to be wanting to get one brand of filters that is a lot easier to use than what I have. So if you've got a certain filter system you use and like, definitely comment below which one. Alright, so I've got a total of 3 filters in my bag that I usually bring with me everywhere. First one is a polarizer, and this one's just a circular one that screws into your camera lens. I don't really use this polarizer as much as I should. I rarely kind of shoot in the middle of the day, and this will really help with shots in the middle of the day, especially on a day where there's, you know, a little bit of clouds but mainly blue skies. This will really bring out that deep blue of the sky. When I traveled to Colorado, it was always bright and sunny out there, so in order to get good landscape shots during the day, I always had that on. Another scenario I use a polarizing filter for is if I'm shooting a waterfall. So for shooting waterfalls, when you put a polarizer on, it will take your shutter down, so you'll be able to slow your shutter down a stop or two, which is how you get kind of that silky smooth. It also cuts down on the glare and reflection. So with a polarizer, you can rotate the ring. If you get it set up right, if you got like a rock here and then a waterfall back there, you can really cut down on the glare of that rock and bring out the detail of it. So it's real good for managing reflections or glares as well. Alrighty, the next filter I use is a 6-stop ND filter. So if I need to darken my scene up a little more than the polarizer, I'll grab this 6-stop, and as you can see, this 6-stop filter is it's just like a sheet of glass. So this takes like a special custom filter holder. You screw it into your lens and then this slides over it. So this is a little bit of a pain for setting up. This is kind of why I want to get a new filter system, just for the ease of use, because this is a pain to put on your camera every time. But this will darken your lens 6 stops. That means if you really want to extend your shutter speed, like say if you're shooting waterfalls, you can get like a 3 to 4 second shutter speed. I'll use that for that, as well as like sunset time. This will allow you to bring your shutter down to like 10-15 seconds, or if you go into like blue hour, even longer. I don't use that one a ton, but that Lee Little stopper it's super neutral. That's a great filter. So the filter I use the most is my 10-stop ND filter. So this is by far my favorite filter. I did have the Lee Big Stopper, they call it. So that was to accompany my little stopper, but I ended up breaking that, and then now I got this Haida. I don't know, I think it's Haida 10-stop filter, and it's a pretty good filter. It does cast a pretty blue hue to it, which you can fix in post, so it's not a big deal, but overall it's an okay filter. This is the filter I use for, if you see my pictures that have like a really unique look to them. This is what I use for really smoothing out water on like a lake. It makes it look super calm, and then also like the streaking clouds at sunrise and sunset. This can extend your shutter speed for like 30 seconds or even longer at sunrise or sunset time. And if you put your camera in bulb mode and raise your aperture, it can even extend it for minutes at a time, which I've done before. And this is just really cool. This is one of my favorite types of photography. It really allows your camera to act like a paintbrush almost. You know, you're extending the shutter that long and the camera's picking up everything that goes on. You know, the clouds are running by, streaking across your scene. The ending result almost looks like a painting, and I don't know, I really just enjoy that type of photography. That is literally the only 3 filters I use. I do have it on me right now, but right here. So on this one, I do have a UV filter. This came with this lens. I didn't buy this, but yeah, I don't really see much of a difference with a UV filter. I just have it because it came with this lens. But yeah, that's the only filters I use, and by far my favorite out of those, which I use the most, is that 10 stop. Like I said, I'm definitely wanting to get a new filter system. This is just too much of a hassle to set up every time, and with the ones that slide in, ND filters, it takes a special ring to go over your lens, and then this goes on that, and then once that's all set up, this slides into that, which blocks it. It's just a lot of setting up. It's a lot of baggage in your gear that takes up a lot of space, and I'm looking for a new system. Case system, they're all magnetic, which I'm really interested in how that works. I'm gonna look more into that, but definitely if you got any suggestions, let me know. But there you have it, just a quick video on the filters I use, what they do, and kind of why I use them. But anyways, I'm getting set up down here, looking forward to uploading more often. Let me know what you want to see. Hit that like button. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Thanks.